Endometriosis is when uterine tissue just kind of grows all over the place.
A lot of guys are going anal, too, these days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but the black ladies do not enjoy the back door. From what I understand, that's a no-entry zone for the black ladies.
Somebody had to explain to them you
you.
can't choke people at work. Point is, it's okay to eat pussy. Well, chicks know they're bad at stuff. Guys don't know they're bad at stuff. See what happens? You die, and then we pee on you. Thank you.
I
Die
wish that
45.
could be the message that the ad council brought us.
Hey, lard ass. When's the last time?
Enjoy your short life.
Yeah, you guys don't invent shit except for more stuff to deep fry. And last I checked, it's not like you're on top of the billboard. It's not, it's not like you go down Broadway and I see fat ass name after fat ass name. We don't need you. Just kiss off. Fat ass will have a lighter planet.
Well, we're looking at ways.
Comfortable plane flight. Story
It's
with
not
that.
true to life. In real life, they're assholes. Fuck you, Brian.
Which, by the way, is a very powerful and important lesson as to why you should always stereotype. Listen, you can only flip a sofa pillow once.
You always know when it's bullshit.
If you don't like people, teach shop.
The cheese was fucking good.
Yeah.
And good cheese is good cheese.
Guys do not have we are not wired to shun pussy. Now, why was Santa Monica better than Reseda?
It has a beach.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh my God, I love the beach. But the butt has more meat.
Yeah, the
thigh's
thing
not
about
meant for it.
If you're going to make up a story where you look awesome,
right,
throw in a part where you think you're going to F up or you look like, where you do fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Little
and
lie. That's how you lie.
Why Dana Gould is the funniest man on the planet, and I'm only second.
The kid is the one.
Right.
And you guys are doomed.
Right. Okay. Moral of the story, most of the time, kids, go ahead and flee. Fleeing works. Chrysler 300 is like the number one car you don't fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
So the cops should have known, number one. I mean, the lesson, the more
that
you
he
know.
was going to go for it.
All right.
You
Josh
gotta be
Gardner,
creative
everybody.
up in Maine making a living.
I'm very happy to tell you I have no idea how much food costs. Only
But,
fast
but the
food.
reality
Thank
is
you.
people need to know,
Mm-hmm.
And you need to know, like, your wages aren't going to go up tomorrow.
The Academy is never, ever, ever going to give their top award to a woman who poops in the sink.
Somebody's got to fucking put an end to that show.
That's a tough jerk-off show.
No, they do that thing where they go, a parent should never have to bury a child.
They do that.
You know that one?
Mm-hmm. I've heard it.
When a mom should never be better looking than a daughter.
Obviously, bad eating habits are bad for you.
Harsh conditions in childhood have long-term effects.
Like, hey, don't make videos of you sucking off your boyfriend.
Yeah.
By the way, don't bring the penny saver to anyone with gates. Can't say astroglide without saying ass. If you really do use a butt plug, you must keep the butt plug hidden. And I
30
thought,
millimeter cannon does bad things to people.
well, first off, if we both unanimously agree on something, we're right.
Hey, there's no reason to miss an NBA game and go somewhere unless it's fun.
Yeah.
And that's why black people go to church.
Says
And
a
the
lot.
breastfeeding thing, we don't
We can
talk
handle
about
that.
it, but we like our nipples sucked anyway by women.
That's
you know?
true.
So if you get it,
especially our own.
Fruit is not Skittles.
And then lunch.
I mean, yeah.
You can't remove the Jew from the lunchbox. You can take the lunchbox out of the Jew, but you can't take the Jew off the lunchbox.
But sometimes you just need to go retard strength.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so that's what I said to my coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
The more you know.
Sometimes you just need to go retard strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my...
Well, I'd like you to continue this for a second. You start with hi. My name. Don't leave out the mayhem. Just go
okay.
hi. My name's Jason Miller.
Hi. Hi. My name... What the... Hi. My name's Jason Miller.
I've fought a lot of tough fights in my life.
I've fought a lot of tough fights in my life. And if there's one piece of advice I can give you, sometimes you need technique. Other times, you need retard strength.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
PETA, this is Jason Miller. And I know you have a big problem with people wearing fur. But let it be known, if you come at me with some red paint, I will fuck you in your ear.
That's right.
And dogs don't, everyone masturbates, but dogs don't really beat off.
No, podcasts are for yelling. Here's a moral story, everybody. You're never going to get fired for making the boss happy. You don't fuck with nature.
You know what's worse than pesticide in your food? Bugs.
Thank you. Junior college is for nursing students. You don't need to fucking go to junior college.
Hi, I'm Bobcat Goldthwait. If you're ever on a talk show, don't set it on fire.
A woman can be attracted to anything. Like, when you have a birthday cake and they do the number candle?
It melts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying instead of putting 40 candles, they just do the numbers. So in this case, get rid of 40 and put 17 and a half. And then, let's make it a whole number since it is a birthday.
Thank you.
Let's make it 16. And you just light those candles, and then you watch them just slowly melt into the cake. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how women work. Thank you.
If you were to do a time...
Repetition is sustenance for tards.
I think the lady remembers how the night finishes, not the dinner so much.
Sometimes you need to pee when you're drunk.
No one feels sorry for the Jews. You can't shit without pissing.
Belladonna does all her sex scenes in 1 month of the year.
IUDs are amazing, man.
I have a solution. I've been in that situation.
And?
I just walk up to the host and I'm like, I got that shit for you over there.
You know what else is clear? Me farting in an elevator. Nothing calms a child like a deployed airbag.
We call Aboriginals in Australia bungs because that's the sound they make when they hit your car.
It's not good when your prostitute looks like Jim Thorpe. That's all I'm saying. Anytime there's more than 2.5 kids in an apartment, it's abuse. The good floats many boats. Your body secretes things, and nature wants them to remain. Your nature knows that you should secrete this stuff, and it should exist on your hands. Said it all the time. You know when you need to use chapstick? When you start using chapstick.
The race conversation has changed, but I'd say there was a lot of it then, and there's a lot of it now.
The perks of being a dude celebrity is fucking people and whores not talking. They realize wearing a seatbelt is going to save your life, and it says the seatbelt is there to save your life, not your wallet.
Yeah.
The brothers love the buns.
I didn't know about that.
They do.
Desmond Hatchett. He's a 33-year-old Knoxville, Tennessee resident who has 30 children with 11 women. How? Here's a snippet from an interview.
I had 4 kids in the same year twice.
If you're married to an 8, fucking a strange 7 is a good weekend. If the gay sex is really good, you don't need the anal popper. They're smart because they figured, look, most chicks are fat, and we can play to those chicks. Let's not show a bunch of chicks that look hot in their underpants, because that ain't 85% of the people that are buying our soap. By the way, the fatter you are, the more soap you need.
That's right. There's nothing more promiscuous than a pregnant horse.
I feel like the rough house is for the kissing, though. I think you want to be kissed like a dog, and then you want oral sex like a cat.
Okay.
Just gonna say.
All right.
You don't eat on Coke, let alone faces.
Thing has to be aware they're graduating. Otherwise, I don't need to attend, because if they don't know they're graduating, then they're not going to know I'm not there.
The graduation has to be consensual.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Grad means grad. The more you know. Thank you.
In reality, when you realize that your neighbor is a hot blonde and that her boyfriend is in jail, possibly for something gang related, you stay the fuck away.
What's the difference between a chamfer bit and a Roman OG?
I wonder where this one's going to go.
The Roman OG was made in Rome. The chamfer bit is not made in Rome.
Adam, something as I was a good kid. Tell me, what's the story of Don King being his goth? Oh, and while you're at it, why is he in the Israeli army? I'll take my answers
first,
off the
the
air.
Don King thing, it is what it is. What are you going to do? And as far as the Israeli army thing, he just landed over in Israel. Now he's in the army.
I feel
Where do
totally
you wanna
satisfied with those answers. Thank you.
Oh, you know what? I did leave out an important part.
Yes.
His dad's Israeli.
First off, most dentists have herpes.
White guys got the money to smoke the weed so they can sit on their butt and smoke it. Black guys, every time they finish, they got to get up and hustle to get some more money to
So
get
it's
some
a
more
calorie
weed.
thing. Crazy people don't know how to wear hats. Yeah.
There's a little bit of that.
Well, look, Stop being yourself, because yourself's annoying. Well, you know, what doesn't kill you makes your ass hurt. Yeah, as my grandfather used to say. Don't use your lungs and you won't find any lungs on the sidewalk. That's my point. The more you know.
And I tweeted that I don't understand what the in the shower towel bar is for.
That's for fucking. It really isn't.
No one dabbles in diddling.
No. You don't know me, man. And it's like, oh, yes, I can do extra judging with you, asshole.
No,
it's because I don't know you.
If he did know you, you'd be thrown off the case.
Right.
You're not allowed to know them.
Yes, you must judge. That's my point. And by the way, if I want to fuck him, I'll fuck him at home. The best part of NyQuil is doing the shot. And she's like, well, that's because you're an alcoholic. Let me tell you what I know about tilts. Tilts are like hoarders. They don't get better with time. I personally like to collaborate a lot. But it all depends how you're wired. And then there's always going to be a top and a bottom when it comes to collaborating. And you have to have a very flexible anus. Why are we so stupid and smart?
Capitalism.
Never doubt yourself.
Okay.
Go with your first mind.
A peanut could send you into anaphylactic shock if you're allergic to it, but it doesn't fart. A dog farts.
Yeah.
Isn't pork devil meat? I had a girlfriend with a tramp stamp, and it said always open.
Here's the deal. If you're going to be successful, tell everyone you know to fuck off and get onto P. Diddy's yacht and never leave. Jews are gabby. The internet is for porn, people.
Do you...
Let me say this about the Koreans. Spirit, and I hope you're taking the spirit, which is intended. Toughest, meanest people on the planet.
Yeah. But
why are they so tough?
Well, they're hardened people.
They're hardened.
Yeah, and I will say this: they are the Irish of the Asians.
I feel like oftentimes folks in the NFL have different ways of expressing themselves. I'm not an internist. Damashek's dad is, right?
That's right, yes. Specifically a blood doctor.
Colin, you start off, by the way, born in Scotland, raised in Canada. How does that work?
I was born there, and then we moved.
You know, you and I can get into a long conversation about how I was raised by my father. After we finished a basketball game in CYO, you know, and my dad would take us home and he said, "Okay, boys, you ready for your critique?" It was never, "You did a great job." It was always, you know, my dad always told me my whole life, don't be waiting for people to pat you on the back.
Right.
Do it do a good job because you need to do a good job.
All right.
And so I've always worked hard. I am not entitled. And yeah, if I'm slightly confident, it's because I'm good at shit.
The black kids, they don't go shoot up, they don't go Columbine on their ass, but they join a gang.
But they're better rapists.
They're
better rapists than the white kids.
Jesus Christ.
No, I mean, they're stronger and they stay hard.
So, one is we're totally litigious, and we're litigious narcissists who want everyone to see what's going on.
No car showers till the rape kit happens.
Right. Once you do the race car driving, it's kind of like one of those guys that just gets into some kind of weird, freaky sexual fetish. Like once you've been with 8 nuns at once, it's hard to go back to just conventional sex.
Yeah, and it's easier to not talk about wanting it when you have enough. But when you don't have enough, it's it's on your mind.
Whole Foods ain't cheap. Everything that takes soy sauce comes with soy sauce. It's like my grandpa used to say, all the good ones eventually die. Nothing smells like balls more than a pommel horse. First off, look, here's the thing about cops. Eventually he would shoot you. He did not want to go to my high school or my junior high and speak to anybody about what a fucking ridiculously horrible student I was. I don't think that wouldn't have been a comfortable experience for him. Secondly, he wasn't paying for college anyway, but the best way not to pay for college is to make sure you don't go to college. I mean, that's what they don't tell you. The more you know. Come on, Brian, wake up now. The point is
he was listening.
Yeah. When you surround yourself with fucking retards, all bets are off. Yeah.
Mhm.
So they're setting the trends. They're trendsetters. That's what's going on. Plus, women decided, God bless you, you just decided we'll do fucking anything for guys. Like, we need you to want our pussy. That's basically, I mean, it's rarely discussed, but that's really the bottom line. The more you know. But for the most part, you'll be right when you tell people, leave the guy alone.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they won't find a dead person when they go to the house. And then you'd be right. You know what I mean? The more you know. Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if you can explain to me the phenomenon that every wedding always has one bridesmaid who is incredibly overweight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a quota.
Yeah, they have to hit 1,100 pounds.
And they're there to make the bride look better.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think they're chosen because of that, and oftentimes it's the maid of honor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And, nobody soaks up taffeta like a fat broad. I don't even know what that means. That's right, the more you know. Most actors are lazy. And most actors want a 4-camera sitcom.
It's really hard to book yourself into a prison.
So, listen, it's not good to hit people and in any way, shape, or form. Thank you. You don't need it. Look at this thing. Like, this car does 200 miles an hour and creates 5,000 pounds of downforce at over 150 miles an hour and blah, blah, blah. You don't need it.
It looks like it has a butthole.
See? This is what I'm talking about. I was complaining about the two bitches driving around in the McLaren the other day, which is, it's one thing if you're driving around an expensive car. It's another thing if you're driving around a super performance instrument machine. It's like you don't need it. Look at this thing. Like, this car does 200 miles an hour and creates 5,000 pounds of downforce at over 150 miles an hour and blah, blah, blah. You don't need it.
It looks like it has a butthole.
See? This is what I'm talking about.
Why don't they enforce it? Do you think it's because after 9/11 their focus is on other stuff or something?
You see, this stuff starts, it's like, how do you eat a Buick? And how could you eat a Buick?
We start with the fender.
You grind it up and you eat it one spoonful at a time.
That's what I meant.
And you just sprinkle it on your cereal every day, and 5 years from now, you will have shit out a Buick. Yeah, you just decided, hey, I'm done with this tampon. There you go. All right.
I've done that.
Oh, well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Allison.
I have not.
Allison.
But the other day I was in traffic.
Only on tile, never on carpet.
I was in traffic for like 2 hours, and I thought, I'm going to have an accident. And I considered, could I fix this problem in the car?
But you didn't, though.
I didn't.
Okay, so you were just making that up.
But I did. I stopped caring what I say on this show anymore. I did pull into my garage, and because basically the problem is when you stand up. You're fine as long as you're sitting. When you stand up, gravity makes you its bitch.
He would have wanted to go this way.
Died doing what he loved.
I
always argue that because I'm like, when that parachute is not opening, you no longer love this sport. First off, as my grandpapa used to tell me, any hole can be a glory hole. You have to make it one.
Right. If you can get in and out of your shoes with arthritis, you can take them off at the airport.
That's right. I always say, if you're a huge fan of the Batmobile, never sit in it. Because you'll be wildly disappointed. To regular folk.
I've heard the ratio of scrotum to cock is unpleasant.
But for regular folk, that kind of stuff's upsetting.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what else is upsetting. Old person genitalia. Upsetting. To regular folk.
I've heard the ratio of scrotum to cock is unpleasant.
You hate to see someone you love, but you hate to see anyone.
You do hate to see someone you love.
You hate to see someone you love. We'll just leave it at that. The more you know. Yeah. Once you kill a baker's dozen of people, we're getting out the Bic. Traditionally, they will throw anyone to the ground and kick them. Black, white, they'll throw females to the ground. They literally just kick the shit out of They just throw this woman to, she's a, I don't know, 40, 35-year-old woman, just threw her to the ground for no reason. Now, I'm sure she popped off, and that's what happens. Here's the thing with the cops. You pop off to the cops, they beat the shit out of you. By the way, now he's Barrel Man. Fine. That must have been a tough sell the first weekend he tried the Barrel Man routine, where he's just going through the turnstile, blocking everyone getting stuck.
Sir, excuse me, you can't.
Sir, you're naked. You're wearing Nancy Sinatra's boots. I can see your cock. And it's minus 22 degrees with the wind chill up here. This is not acceptable.
But I'm a big fan.
So the Jets have, Fireman Pete or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I want these guys. These guys are going to die.
Let me tell you something, Spanky. Stop being such a jag-off. God almighty, you got all this money here, and you're going out there just fucking it all off. I don't know how many times I got to tell you, where's Deacon?
Yes. You are going to find, if you don't want to find big guys, don't go to a pizzeria, because that's where they congregate. And Michael, I don't know how you feel about these gangbang films when they go for the record.
Uh-huh.
But first off, you sucking cock does not count. Oh, I'm very inquisitive. Cute face, chubby arms, long sleeves, everyone's happy. Yeah, Darren Bozeman, director, creator, writer, consumer of alcohol on our program.
This mangria, it's not a joke. Not at all.
We're not supposed to be scared of the cops. You know who's supposed to be scared of the cops? Criminals. Andrew W.K.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves that guy, by the way.
He wants to eat shit.
It's the same way when they do the test with the shampoo, the same way with everything. They're all the same. They're exact same. People cannot tell the difference between the Smirnoff and the
like
one.
vodka, which is the whole point, is that it doesn't really have much taste. And I'm sure people are going to be like, no, this one tastes more like, I don't know, potatoes.
These are assholes.
I'm Frank Stallone. Fucking macaws. That's another great statement. The majority are minorities. That's an interesting statement, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, the stupider you are, the more kids you have.
Thank
you. Counselors, they're kind of like firemen. They
usually gay and trying to bang you.
Well, that was yours, Ray.
Whatever.
Billion-dollar company working in over 80 countries. Never knew there was more than like 15. Really opened my eyes to the number of countries there are.
There are 196 countries.
Too many.
Say.
And it's like, all right, that sounds innocent. What better place to burn a guy's designer jeans than the bathtub? But she didn't know that it was a fiberglass bathtub. And it melted and caught on fire. If it was
anyone could have made that mistake.
Classic boner.
Yeah, if it was an old-school iron bathtub, then it just would have lost a pair of skinny jeans.
Then it would have been just a laugh.
Right, would have been a good. We wouldn't. You know why? It wouldn't have been a laugh. We wouldn't have known about it.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Keith,
that was a real sad situation.
Yeah, it was. Did she passed away? Right?
Yeah, she did. I was just ask you that. I think she did pass away.
Yeah, she passed away.
She absolutely did.
Listen, I'm not a believer in karma, but when you melt a man's bathtub, as my grandfather said,
you roll your dice.
You
with
roll
the devil.
the dice with the devil when you when you melt a man's bathtub. Yes, there you go. The more you know. All right, Keith, thank you so much. We'll be. By the way, old guys don't walk that fast, so it's like you sort of. You ever do that thing where you're. Yeah. You do that thing where you. The point is, first off, high definition is not helping anybody.
No. Do you know a lot of men's penises bend to the right or the left?
Taquitos, not diet food, sweetheart. And either way, the notion of we would have just perished. No, my mom would have gotten a job, and then I would have learned something.
It's like saltpeter on the penis of ambition.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's places you have a preconceived idea about. Like, you think, all right, that's the Amazon. I know what that looks like. And then you go do it, and you go, all right, this is what I thought. Or you go, oh, my God, this is nothing like what I thought.
Yeah, well, a place like the Amazon, I know exactly what it is. You get there, it's even more so, and you're just like, holy shit, it's a big river.
Whether you're a coyote, a mountain lion, or a hobo who's trying to molest a kid, when a fucking crow lands on your head. Or all three. That's right. The fucking trifecta. The worst hand dealt. The hobo, coyote, molester, mountain lion. When a crow lands on your head, you have to address it. I was just thinking, like, we need new criteria for shit. Like, note from doctor. Turns out doctors they'll give you one for weed or schnauzer or whatever the fuck you want now. I was just thinking, like, with the handicap parking, I think we were talking about on this show, I can't tell. I see people that have it, but they're pushing a shopping cart filled with shit from the Costco, and they look pretty able-bodied, but then they're climbing into a really nice car, and it's handicapped, and this, that, and the other. If your cock works, you're not handicapped. Ray sleeps how he lives. Just large. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of these guys who doesn't give a shit about people when he's awake, and when he sleeps, he's, you know, the people that sleep where they splay out, like they're, it's
homoeroticism does not put him off.
I was doing the math. You have to be a member, by the way, to get all, and by the way, don't join. Do not join. I don't throw her underpants. Oh, no, yes.
No. She had to sit there while you tried to hit the thing.
She was out collecting rocks and chucking stuff. She bounced back pretty quickly. She was pretty good about the whole thing.
Probably dried out sooner or later.
Mm-hmm. You chuck enough rocks up on a hill in this temperature, panties dry
that's
good
true.
and quick.
Yeah, in this weather.
Yeah, it's
probably refreshing.
This is shorts pissing weather, as my grandpa used to say. As Nana and Grandpa used to say. You know what I mean? That's where we're at.
That's the thing, is that best laid plans, you still may end up pissing all over your shorts. It's just a lady's curse.
I don't know.
Are you with me?
I'm so with you.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, I need to, go home and kill myself. But I remember thinking, if you were going to do it, now would be the time. Mm-hmm. That's what I remember thinking.
I see. That's. I don't know if that's
you shouldn't
aqua bro.
Don't, yes, my grandfather used to say, don't bottom out on a bridge. Look, hold on. There's some kind of fucking conspiracy going on, right?
Parker.
Like the good people over at Minute Maid decided, here's a way to save a bunch of fucking money. Something's happening. This is runoff from where they make something.
No one will buy our apple or raspberry, so let's just make crappleberry.
It's fucking horrible, and it satisfies nobody. If you like apple, you're shit out of luck. If you wanted cranberry, you're fucked in the ass. Literally.
At least try it. It's free.
It's 45 days.
Look, there's
free.
all sorts of stuff.
On the nape there, like right on the back there, and they can't get to it, and gets rid of them fleas and ticks.
They can't get a paw there, but they can get a tongue in their own butthole.
Yeah.
It's weird.
No, being dead is like sleeping with 2 eye shades.
Serious question.
Do a draft.
When does a boat become an ark?
When it saves lives. And the criticism goes up as well, and that's the part that I don't like. Why are you fucking with the earners? Mm-hmm. Don't fuck with the earners. There's a combination of when you put a man in power, he produces more testosterone. You take that high testosterone with lots of recognition, meets tons of travel.
If you don't, you're gay. If you're only sleeping with your wife in power, you're gay.
Yeah, who cares? I mean, I don't know. These guys who put themselves in harm's way, like anybody who's dodged a bullet should not have to dodge pussy. Anytime you come to a place in your life where you have to make a raft, it's never a good thing. That's never a good day. They hire a non-Jew to flip the switch on the toaster oven.
Is that right?
Yeah, because Jews love toast.
You can't drink from the ass.
Let's face it. You stop learning. That's when you start dying, man. But you don't put a fucking cowboy hat over a man's radar detector like they used to say back in the Old West. That's right. The more you know. All right.
Most snake tanks don't have glory holes.
I had this experience with midget, dwarf, and I can't remember which one we're not supposed to.
We don't say midget.
We don't say midget.
Right.
The dwarf, then.
Dwarf, you say.
I had a midget. You say dwarf. Okay. I had.
don't say elf.
The gays are smart. You want it in the keister, you put the brown bandana in the left back pocket.
I think I know what you're saying, though. You're saying that the plum is the Altoid and the blowjob of your pumpkin.
Any chick who knows anything about plate tectonics eats pussy all day long. And when she's like, when she's not.
There's not enough tap dancers anymore.
Yeah. Black folk, don't jog at night.